For the practice of ask, I definitely have committed myself to do a few things regularly. First and foremost, I've committed myself to asking the Lord daily to provide opportunities for me to engage with my neighbors here. I actually have a little card here that I use every day to remind me to pray for my neighbors. I pray for them all in general, but there are seven that I specifically pray for. I've also committed to reaching out to these specific people every other week with a phone call, just to check in, to see how they're doing, to see if there's anything that they need. And then lastly, once a month, I'd like to try to actually see these neighbors, either going for a walk with them or going down to their apartment to visit with them inside if they're comfortable with that. Or they'll be inside and I'll stand outside, but to be able to engage with them face to face once a month. This practice has challenged me to be bold and to listen to the Spirit's prompting. And if there's a sense that I get about reaching out to someone or doing something for someone or asking a question that might make someone uncomfortable or that might make me uncomfortable, I've just been bold and just kind of gone for it. And the Lord has really blessed that. So I have one neighbor I've known for a couple of years. He recently went into the hospital and then in rehab. And so I was calling him. I couldn't go visit him because of COVID. I just called and I said, "Is there anything I can do for you? I can't come visit, but is there anything I can do?" And he had no ideas. And I said, "Well, can I bring you a book that you can read a book?" And he said, "Well, actually, I'm having problems with my eyes now, so I can't even read a book." And I asked, "Well, what do you think about me reading to you over the phone? I'd be happy to do that, to call regularly and to read to you." And he said, "That sounds interesting, but what would you read?" And I said, "Well, you could tell me if there's a book that you want to read, or I could read the Bible to you." And he said, "The Bible. Well, actually, Kimberly, I'm feeling a little bit like Job right now. So maybe we could do that. Would you read Job to me?" And so when he was in rehab, I called every other day and got to read some chapters from Job, some from the Psalms, and we discussed them. I asked questions. What do you think about this? How does this apply to you? This is what I think. This is what I feel. And it's just been really incredible. And what's also really encouraging to me is that the last time I called him, he said, "Kimberly, we can't do our study today because the nurse is coming in." I said, "Okay, I totally understand." He said, "But we can continue this when I come home." So he came home on Saturday and we are going to continue in person, me reading Job and Psalms to him. And I just know that that is the Lord. But it was the prompting. It was me being bold to say, "Oh, the Lord's prompting me to ask this question. So I'll ask, would you be open to reading the Bible?" And he was.